Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
We are back for another week.
Another week
Yes.
of just stuff.
But
it has been a very chaotic.
It's been a week.
Chaotic.
It's been a week, I tell you. Oh,
chaotic
gosh.
week.
I don't even know where to start.
Starla, I don't know. I don't know.
Last week started off just like a normal week. It was normal.
It was
just a normal week.
Yeah.
And then Monday, things just went haywire.
Monday just went crazy.
So I will give you guys a little backstory.
Oh.
I've had a knee problem for a couple of weeks now.
Yes.
You know, my left knee's been bothering me a little bit, but I was like, okay, it's no big deal.
Woo!
I'll take a little ibuprofen.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just be okay. And I told Mick and Grant, I said, oh, my knee is getting better. It's better. I'm doing fine. So I'm going to work. I'm doing all these kinds of things. And then it tried to rain, and we were out in the rain, and I was trying to run to the car so I wouldn't get too wet. And I decided to do a light jog, and that light jog turned into knee pop, Starla goes down, pain, cannot walk.
And to emergency room.
So we wound up in the emergency room on Monday.
Yes. For what, 5 hours?
Oh, God, we were there forever.
We were there for 5 hours.
And it wasn't even crowded.
It wasn't even crowded.
I don't know what's wrong with these people.
What's going on with American health care?
But long story short, my doctor thinks it's a torn meniscus.
Yes.
I still have to get an MRI.
Yes.
So I'm on crutches and
She's
knee
on crutches,
braces and
canes.
Cane.
Cane. You on a cane? Cane too.
Yes. Mick had a cane for his knee, and he was so happy to try to give me a cane.
I'm doing fine, y'all.
I have
I'm
a
fine.
crutch, but anyway, I am better. As far as I know,
not really.
I still have to go to the doctor next week.
Yeah.
But I'm able to sit here and talk to you guys. I feel okay. They gave me some nice little pain meds, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been a good week because my mother told me every day.
Family, you just don't know the torture we have been under, me and Grant. Queen Starla and her little bell. Come serve me now.
Now, you guys know that is not
true.
It hasn't
been torture.
That is
I'm
not
blinking.
true.
Blinking eyes.
That is not true.
Blinking eyes.
The problem with my household, with my guys, I do so many things for them that if they have to do any of those things, they feel like it's torture.
It's been blinking eyes.
Okay.
Blinking.
All right, so much for my week.
Yes.
I'm so happy to see all of you guys. Today, we're going to talk about travel.
Yes. Oh, you didn't say hi
I'm
to
not
people?
done.
Oh, you're not done.
done.
I'm sorry. Okay,
we're going to talk about travel.
I'm so sorry. Huh?
You can't always trying to lead me to where I need
I'm
to go.
sorry.
If you just give me a few seconds.
We're moving.
The travel.
Okay.
We're talking about travel, size, games, which we hit on these games on our BGG show this month, but we're gonna hit even more with more of them.
Since it's travel time.
It's travel time.
It's travel time.
Yeah, we got even more this time to talk about.
Time.
But for those of you who don't know us, I'm Starla.
I'm Mick.
And we are
our family plays games. Oh, suffering under the queen. That's what we're doing.
That was so unnecessary.
What?
You are not suffering.
What?
If I ask, okay,
what?
So it's about cleaning and doing dishes.
What? No,
and
we
cooking
do that.
Food. They don't want to do any of those things because I do it for them.
But you holler at us from your throne. Thus, you slaves, come here. Come hither.
So dramatic.
Come hither.
And so, okay, stop. Okay, he's just being dramatic. But anyway, you're belaboring that whole thing.
What?
You are fine. You are doing fine. All right, everybody. Let's see who was first in the chat this morning. So happy to see all of you guys.
Yes.
So we got something special coming up. I want to talk to you about.
We do.
Yes. So, hey, Monica was number 1 in the
Our
chat
Viking.
today. Yes.
Viking.
Then No Drama Games.
No
welcome
Drama
to the show,
Games.
Monica and No Drama.
JJ.
Hey, JJ, welcome to the show.
Yay.
Hey, Mimi.
Blaine. Mimi.
Ivan Jimenez.
What's up, Ivan?
Welcome to the show, everybody. Ed McLean, welcome to the show.
What's up? Amanda Panda. She stopped going all over the place. She is settled now.
She's settled now.
I think. Because if there's a con coming up, she gone.
Amanda's going to be there.
Yes.
Hey, Esther, we've missed you for a few weeks. Welcome to the show.
Esther, what's going on?
Lori Larkins. Now, Lori, let me tell you, you have had me smiling from ear to ear.
What?
Lori has gotten our shirt.
Yes.
Our family shirt from BGG
Yes.
for Daryl, and she said they were excited to see Grant on there. And they also got our promo card from BGG. You guys, thank you so much for all that support. We really, really, really appreciate you and look forward to seeing you soon. Who else? Andrea Collins, welcome to the show.
What's up?
Our heckler's here.
Heckler's here.
Our heckler's been gone for a while. Welcome back to the show,
Heckler's
Nate.
here. Watch yourself.
Hey, D. Miramoto.
Aloha.
Aloha. Ashy Feet.
What's up,
hey,
Mo?
Mo? Welcome to the show. Cody. Welcome to the show.
Oh,
oh my
Cody's
gosh.
on his way to Dice Tower East. Be safe.
Drive careful.
Be safe. Drive
If you're driving.
carefully.
If you're driving.
And have fun out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, have fun. They ready. The way they talking, they ready.
Oh, Esther said we missed the last show because we were on vacation in Florida.
Oh.
Went to Universal Orlando, including the new Epic Universe.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
I bet that was fun.
You missed one. Matthew Rose, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for showing up. Okay, we're going to talk to that person in a second. Hey, Imagine Eric, welcome to the show.
What's going on?
Shane Bennett.
What's going on?
Oh my gosh,
with
you guys are so awesome. Thank you guys for coming to the show.
Yes.
Wow. Did I say how to Blaine? Because you know Blaine
Yeah, we
is
said
here.
how to Blaine.
I know Blaine probably got some homework or something.
He got homework, yeah.
Now, you just saw a name come through that I did not welcome to the show, but I'm going to welcome to the show.
Yes.
That's Austin Harrison of Ivy Studio.
Yes.
We are doing our first ever interview
Yes.
on our show live.
Yeah, live. It's not taped.
Yes. Normally we'll
It's not
tape an
taped.
interview and we'll show it to you.
We're going live.
Live, so you guys get your questions. You know
Yes.
about Ivy Studio.
Yes.
Their games are just off the
Crazy.
chain. I mean, just totally.
Crazy.
The components are awesome.
Crazy.
The way they look are awesome. I mean, you get your money's worth when you get an
Yes.
Ivy Studio game. We've worked
Yes.
with them for years. We
Yes.
love working with them, and we're working with them right now with their new game, Realm of Reckonings. But we're gonna get into that in a few minutes.
But let me tell you something. They didn't want us to do a playthrough. They didn't want us to do a preview. We're going to talk to them. We're going to go straight to the people who making
Yes.
the game,
Yes.
and we're going to talk to them the OFPG way.
Yes.
We're going to bring them in and
Yes.
talk to them. You know us.
And we
You
want
know
you
us.
guys to get your questions together.
Yes.
So you can talk about not just the new game, but some of their other games. They've got some great games out there.
Yes,
that
I got
know
questions.
you guys have. What?
I got questions.
Well, we know you got
What?
questions. I'm talking about.
I got questions.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I got questions.
Austin said, "Hi. Hopefully, I don't say anything too stupid."
You
won't.
No, you won't. You won't. You're all good. You're amongst family here.
Yes.
You're amongst family.
All right. So, before we get into this awesome show, which we are
Yes.
so excited about,
Yes.
we're going to talk about these travel size games.
Yes.
We got our wonderful interview.
Yes. Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news! See, y'all thought it wasn't gonna come, but it was coming. It was coming. Y'all thought it was gonna pass, but it's not passing.
I was hoping.
It's not passing. You
I
thought
can
it was
only
gonna
hope.
go away, but it don't go away.
I can only
It
hope.
don't go away. So what's happening? They thought it was gonna come. They thought. QT, what they thought? What they thought, QT? Tell them, QT. QT talking to y'all. QT know. All right. So here's the deal. Origins, Origins Gaming, a game expo just happened
Yes.
Last week. I think it was a week or so.
Uh-huh.
Now, here's the deal. They have award show.
Yes.
And here are the award winners for their awards. It was announced on June 21st during the con. Mm-hmm. Now, co-op solo was Marvel United Universe, a multiverse from CMON. That's one of the only IPs CMON has left. Mm. They haven't sold that off yet, so they got that. So they're not gonna sell that one off. Gateway is Seaside.
Okay.
Seaside.
Okay.
From Hatchet USA.
Yes.
Now you have issues with that.
Seaside.
I like Seaside, y'all. Starla, I don't know. She don't,
No.
Now Party, which is not really Party, but it kind of sort of is Flip 7.
Yes.
From the Flip 7 is just good, y'all.
I don't know what we can say about that game anymore.
It's just good. It's a great game.
Yeah.
It's a great game. Light strategy, fromage.
Fromage.
The cheese.
Yeah.
The cheese game.
Yeah.
and then Heavy Strategy, and we're so happy. Endeavor Deep Sea from Burnt Island Games and KTVG. I love that game. I really do love it.
Yeah.
I like it. You haven't played it yet.
Yes.
And I've played it several times, so I really enjoy that game. I got to get Starla to play it. So congratulations to all the publishers and designers that took home the Crystal D20. It says Crystal D20. So yeah, congratulations to all that. Now the last thing I got, because I don't want to belabor with all the news, I definitely want to, because we got an interview and stuff. Now, I told you I think it's not last week, but a week before last, about the Games for Change nominees.
Right.
You know, with the different games that will try to change lives and attitudes. Well, they announced the winner.
Okay.
Do y'all remember Legless in London? That Legless in London, that was the winner. Legless in London.
It's something about that.
Now you say Legless in London, what kind of game is that? Well, it is a 1-to-6 player roll and move adventure that lets everyone step into Victorian London as a lower limb amputee. That means you're losing a leg, y'all.
You don't have any.
You don't have none.
No legs.
So you're balancing work, romance, and social hurdles while using early prosthetics back in the day. I mean, really back in the day.
It's just something about that that's just a little disturbing. I don't know.
But I think it's good, to see how people were living way back in Victorian times without no legs. That's kind of, to me, I'm interested in it.
Well, see, to me, that's more of a documentary than a game.
It's more of a teaching tool.
Yeah.
Because it was designed by Focus Games with the disability historian, Dr. Ryan Sweet. So they went deep in.
I guess
they went deep in.
Okay, I'd have to see it. I mean, I'm just going to leave it
there.
They
went deep.
I'll leave it there.
They went deep in there. So, yeah. So, Legless in London won the Games for Change Impact Award. So I think, they change it. That would make us, look at things a little bit different about amputees way back in the day. Because, see, now they have a lot more technology and stuff to help them. But back in the day, come on, it was kind of crazy.
Hey, Roland Reggie,
hey,
welcome
Roland
to the
Reggie,
show.
what's up, family? What's up?
Greg, can you scroll back? There were several comments I wanted to...
What happened? You saw some stuff? What?
Well, for one, now keep going back. Dean said he bought Seaside last weekend. Dean, I hope you like it.
I hope you like it. I like it.
I'm not a fan, but I hope you like it. Be sure to tell us about it.
I like it. Let us know what you think about it, because I like it.
And then Dean, Monica, and Mimi, they were all waiting for your breaking news. I think Monica says she don't need any coffee now.
No.
And then Mimi was waiting for it.
See, you don't need no coffee with mine. You don't need no coffee. You need none. So keep going down, Greg. Keep going. All right. We signed up for Flip 7 session. All right, no drama game.
Yeah.
Yes, you'll love Flip 7. It's a great game.
So I know we missed quite a few that were coming through.
Austin said he loves Flip 7. Yes, it is. It says Dean said, I played Endeavor Deep Sea 2 Thursdays ago. Did you like it? Did you like it? Because I like it. I really do like it. Let's see. Anything else? Monica said, oof, I have seen images of prosthetics back in Victorian times. They could be a tad bit scary. Yes. They even have them on the cards. On the cards, they have the early prosthetics on the cards.
Yeah, that's a
and
little
you're
scary.
like, whoa, okay.
That's
so they went deep. They went deep in there. They went deep. I like that, though. I like that.
And Grant, I think I missed a couple more that I wanted to recognize. So, so Blaine said, because I was talking about how you two are not doing what you need to do because my leg is down.
What?
Blaine said men are good at hunting down the food. We're frequently pretty terrible at keeping up the cave, but when the women are sick, we need to step up without complaint because they take such good care. That's why I like Blaine.
Blaine kind of throwing us under the bus there.
No, Blaine he's speaking truth.
Okay.
Truth.
All right. We're going to take care of y'all. Y'all know we're going to take care of them. You know that. I
had to bring that to everyone's attention. Thank you, Blaine. I love that comment.
That's all I got, y'all.
All right, everybody. We're going to get ready for our interview. But first, we have two awesome sponsors for our show this week.
Yes, we do.
We've got OCon, which is a local con right here in Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm excited about that
Nebraska.
one. Yes.
And we are part of the Board Game Room. We're special guests for OCon. So we want to give you some information about them, and we can't wait. OCON is coming up in a couple of weeks.
Eric Estrada is coming, y'all. Eric Estrada, Puncho from Chips. Yes.
Puncho.
I'm excited.
It was Punch.
Yeah, huh?
Not Punch.
Oh, he was Punch. He was Punch. I'm so sorry. He was Punch. I'm so excited for that because I used to love the little 80s show. I used to love it.
Yeah. So we're going to have so much fun there. So if you're in the area, please come to OCON.
Yeah.
We're going to be demonstrating some of the hot games that are out right now. We've got some great demo teachers that's going to be there with Our Family Plays Games.
Yeah.
And also at OCON, in the board game room, we've got the board game wagon is going to be there with the library.
Yes.
We've got the game shop that's going to be there selling games. Spielbound Board Game Cafe will be there. So sit back, watch these spots. OCON and Ivy Studio. And right after that, we'll have our interview with Austin.
Here we go.
Are you ready to dive into the heart of pop culture? Look no further than the OCON Expo, where the worlds of comics, movies, gaming, and more collide in an electrifying celebration of all things geeky. Get ready for an unforgettable experience on July 11th, 12th, and 13th at the Mid-America Center in Council Bluffs, Iowa. See you at OCON. Realm of Reckoning is a card drafting game for 2 to 5 players set in a dark, vivid afterlife torn apart by civil war and forgotten glory. Players lead rival factions, striving to rebuild ancient monuments and seize control of 5 powerful relics that once bound the realm together. At its core is a dynamic scoring system with over a dozen possible ways to earn points, only some of which will be active each game. With each shifting objective and ever-changing strategies, no 2 plays are the same. To win, you'll need sharp drafting skills, bold sacrifices, and the flexibility to navigate an unpredictable endgame. In the end, only one ruler will reclaim the realm. You can find Realm of Reckoning on Kickstarter going live June 24th. Check out the links below for more info.
Yay!
All right, everybody, we are back.
Yes.
We are back, and we are ready to interview Austin Harrison
Yes.
from Ivy Studio.
And like I was just telling them back in the back, we met him in 2021 at PAX Unplugged. And like I said, we haven't shook him off yet. He's been around.
Man, that feels like
we love
that
him.
feels like forever
He has
ago.
been very supportive of us, and we do love him for that. Yes.
Now, Austin, we're going to kick this off. First thing we want to know is a little bit about you.
Yes.
Sure.
Did you think that when you grew up that you were going to have a company like Ivy Studio?
No, not at all.
What were your goals when you were younger? What were your
So
goals?
I grew up in a construction worker family. My dad was a construction worker.
Yeah.
He used diamond bladed saws to cut concrete. So he was a technical construction worker. And I think maybe when I was like 10, he started his own company. He left where he was at and he started his own company. And so I thought I was going to do kind of that kind of work when I got older. And then in high school, one of my buddies was trying out for a soccer team at a college, and he was like, "Hey man, we get off school for a few days to try out colleges. Do you just want to come with me?" And so I was like, "Sure, like I'm not planning on going to college, but would love to get off school." So I went and I fell in love with the college and decided, if we get a management degree, business management degree, that might be cool. For and help me, run a company someday. And I ended up going into marketing instead and have never looked back.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So how did you come
So
up with Ivy Studio though?
So Zach and Sam were two of my best friends at college. And Zach was just this really creative guy, an incredible guy to know. And then I was the RA, and Zach lived in my dorm. And Sam would sneak in at night and play video games with Zach. And so that's how I knew Sam. Anyway, so Zach and Sam, right out of college, moved to Nashville and they started Ivy Studio. And I was living away. And when I chased a girl to Nashville and I needed a place to live, I ended up living with Sam and I ended up joining with them shortly after that. So I've been there. I think I missed the first 6 months of the company, but I've been there since then. And
Now
so
we've seen Zach a whole bunch. I feel Zach is almost in my house sometimes with as much content that y'all put out. I see Zach. I'm like, Lord,
yeah.
why he always in my feed all the time?
Hey,
But they're doing things.
he
And
just
that's
loves
where,
you a lot.
And that's where my question comes
Oh,
from.
okay, okay.
Now,
Yeah.
y'all, you have your animation company, right? Y'all
Yeah,
have
so
that. Y'all
actually,
huh?
yeah, it actually is all board games now. So the animation
Oh,
studio closed a couple right at the end of the pandemic. The animation studio ended up closing. We switched to focus full time on
Oh,
board games.
okay.
really? Because that's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna ask. You were doing animation. You were successful at that. Then all of a
Yep.
sudden, you guys decided to flip the switch and just not only just design games,
Yeah.
but publish them. Have these wild, crazy Kickstarter, game
Yep.
found campaigns, which are beautiful, and then
Yeah.
also all the exclusive content that you put out, around them. Why'd y'all do that?
Yeah. So I have a few good stories for this. So me and
Okay.
Zach, since we were kids separately, we didn't know each other then, had been making games. I loved Star Wars games. I had a bunch of Star Wars ships, and you had an economy where you could buy more Star Wars ships, but
Yeah.
they were just for me and my friends. They weren't ever going anywhere. Zach, on the other hand, was trying to design a game and send it to Hasbro. He wanted to make a game.
Yeah.
Hasbro said no, apparently, because that never happened. But
Yeah.
in college, we played games all the time. When I moved to Nashville, we played games all the time, and we were playing, Dominion and Cosmic Encounter and Galaxy Trucker and all these games. And one night we were playing with a big group, like the week before or something, and they were taking so long to play Dominion. So long to play Dominion. And my favorite part is playing deck building games. My least favorite part is watching other people play deck building games, right? And so Zach was like, dude, can we come up with a deck building game where you play on other people's turns? And me, I'm thinking we're just making this for ourselves. Zach is thinking we're making this for other people. And so I went over to his house. We worked on it for a little while, and that was over Christmas. That January, 4th or 5th or whatever, and I came back into the office. I thought I was talking about the animation studio because I was traveling to ad agencies and selling the animation. And instead, Zach and Sam were like, "Hey, Austin, we want you to start a board game division of the company. Can you run a board game division?" I said, "I don't know the first thing about running a board game division." And they're like, "Well, we'll figure it out together. It'll be fine." And so for the next 6 months, I was working on Moonrakers, and Zach and Max were helping and trying to figure out what does it take to make this, what does it take to get it produced and shipped and everything. And after 6 months, my professional opinion was we should stop. This isn't working. I have no idea what I'm doing. The game is not fun. If the game was fun, I wouldn't know how to make it. So basically, nothing's going well. And Zach and Sam said, no, stick with it. We'll figure the game out. We'll figure everything else out. And thankfully did because that's been 7 years now.
Yeah.
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 And it's just been absolutely incredible
Yeah.
to have that side of my brain be activated because I was on the other side for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach was already on that, the creative side of the brain. But Zach was working for Nike and J.J. Abrams
Yeah.
and Amazon and
Yeah.
these huge brands doing animation. But he'd spend 3 or 4 months working on this project that he poured his heart and soul into. And then, Nike would run it as an ad for 2 weeks on Instagram, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
They would never use it again. It was gone forever.
Yeah.
And Zach was like, I worked so hard on that,
Yeah.
and now it's just gone. I don't want to make the stuff advertising what someone else is doing. I want to make the stuff that people want.
Yeah.
And that was like a big change for our company, a big shift for our company. And Zach and Sam still do creative film stuff. I mean, they were filming a music video, a very large music video last week. So like they still direct, they still do art, they still do animation, but most of our focus is now completely on board games. The company hires are all focused on board games. And it's been really, really cool to have that support and the hires and stuff. Because for a while I was a one man show and it was just way too much, wearing all those different hats from logistics to production, all of that. And not to say that I designed, like, I was getting help from design and animation and the illustration and all that, but like the logistics and the customer service side of things I was doing by myself, and that was really hard. So,
Well, I like something you said about, they were getting frustrated about making these ads that last for a few seconds and go away, and they want to make something a little more long lasting. And that's something we talk about how board games are an investment in your family. So you've made something that people will buy and they will play it over and over. 10 years from now, they're going to pull out Moonrakers or the new game, Realm of Reckoning. They'll pull it out 10 years later, and that's something you created that's still in somebody's life and that they make memories from.
That's cool. It's so true, and it's such we didn't understand it because we made games during the pandemic. We knew people were playing them and having fun, but when people come up to you at their con, they're like, "My family plays this every weekend, and I have a tattoo right here of a Moonraker." You're like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, you got scared. You're probably like, "Oh, okay, we didn't know it was that deep."
Yeah.
We didn't know.
Security?
Yeah.
Security?
Security.
But board gamers are loyal.
Yeah, they are.
The hobby is loyal, and there's so many people that love this hobby. So yeah, that was a good shift, and it was just very, very, intuitive to think, okay, I want to make something that lasts.
But I do want to say something though.
Yeah.
They talking about they did a video, a music video. Austin, tell y'all can't do no more rap videos now. No more rap videos, y'all.
Are you talking about Carly's rap video?
The rap video, don't do it no more, y'all. Stop with the rap videos.
That was Carly's idea. That was Carly's idea. I had nothing to do with that. I was just a bystander that happened to be on film.
Don't do it. Yeah. Don't do it. So what music video are they doing? Like a country music video?
No, we're not big fans of country music here. It's a friend of theirs named Cody Fry, who's a brilliant musician. He's Emmy nominated. He's fantastic.
So they in Nashville, Tennessee, and don't like country music.
Well, we were in Texas.
Well, yeah, so but see, Beyonce changed us though. Beyonce changed us.
But she changed when we were in Nebraska.
That is true.
I have another question about the game.
I actually have some questions from the chat.
Okay, well, I'm not ready for those
yet. Not ready. Hold on.
Are you sure? These are pretty good.
Okay, well, let's hit it.
Well, I got one more.
We'll come back to
it. All right. Go ahead.
I'm just going to intersplice some things with the chat.
Yeah.
So Rolling Reggie said, my one question is, why isn't every publisher willing to or able to have IV Studios' high level of production? Genuinely curious, is it a money thing or a skill thing? He said.
Oh, yes. This is a good question, and I'm gonna try to answer it as tactfully as I can. So the going for high level of production is a huge risk, because if you go for that high level of production and you say this is what it's going to be, and you don't fund very well, you will lose your shirt, because it is very expensive, and that cost gets more and more affordable the more of the thing you make, right? So if I make 10,000 of something, I can afford to put metal coins in it from the beginning, like Moonrakers. That always had metal coins in it. Had I sold 2,000 of something, I would have lost everything. And so investing, the Ivy Studio is able to start from that because we started from another company. So Ivy Studio was able to say, we're going to invest in quality from the get-go because we have the security of another company. And we can take that big risk to always be quality all the time. Most publishers, they can't say, I'm going to have metal miniatures, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have this, because if they only fund for $200,000, which sounds like a lot, before you start looking at how much it costs to make all this stuff, they'll just not exist as a company anymore. Mm-hmm. And so Ivy Studio is able to start the production here, and because of that, everyone just equalized our name with that level of production, and we were able to continue that, and people would buy it because they could trust us from the beginning. Yeah. It's really hard to ramp up to that, because when you start with okay production, it's hard to grow it each step because there's not necessarily that built-in trust from the very first production you ever made. I think that's probably why it's hard to get there. In addition to that, IV has been a visual company for, 15, 14 years now. Yeah. We have a creative director who is one of the best in the industry. He came from one of the best animation studios in the industry for commercial animation. I mean, Zach is just a really talented dude with a really, really good eye. He picks very good artists. We have really good artists on staff. So our stuff has a leg up because of our experience and our past work. So I would say that's why, to answer the question exactly, there are companies out there that don't have that experience that are making things just as beautiful as ours. One company that we absolutely adore is the Old King's Crown. I don't know if you guys have seen this game.
No. No.
The art in Old King's Crown is almost bar none. I love that art style. It's incredible. So that's one to look at. Yeah. So that
was a good question.
Yeah, because I mean, you guys, just components and everything is just like out of this world. Because when you see an IV game, it's gonna be just crazy.
Even an IV prototype.
Just a prototype. Family, they send us prototypes. It's already ready to look like it's ready to go on the shelf.
Ready.
I'm like, what? A prototype?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's beautiful.
But in essence, to boil down Austin's answer, it's money, Reggie.
Yeah.
They had the backup where a lot of people don't. They had that backup so that they could go ahead and invest and make those games great. But I have a question about the current game that's out.
I got a question about it too.
So your new game out is Realm of Reckoning.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that game.
Yeah. So this game, man, we always start with the prototype. Obviously, we're on TTS. We're iterating from there. Yeah. This one went through something like 36 different games by the time it finished. And the funny thing is on version 1, I thought it was 90% of the way there. Okay. But getting that last 10% took forever. And the magical part of what unlocked this one was that you don't know what is going to score at the beginning of the game. There's nothing scoring, and the players, through winning bids, get to decide something on the map that is now scoring points. And so you're gaining resources while you're playing, but those resources could end up scoring points, or you could spend those resources to get to decide what scores points. And so you end up deciding, okay, am I going to invest in this one thing for the hopes of making it score points later in the game, or am I just going to sit back and watch what everybody else makes score points and follow on their coattails in order to make that score points for me? And so there's this tension of how much am I going to bid in order to control what's scoring versus how much am I going to just invest in what's already scoring.
Now, is this the dynamic core that you're talking about?
That is the dynamic core.
It's kind of interesting because I heard Zach talking about it where you have 19 different scoring opportunities at the beginning of the game. And you have to narrow it down as a group, intention and competition, down to just 9, scoring opportunities. So tell us a little bit about this dynamic core.
Yeah, so that core is what I was describing, but I can go deeper into it. Whereas each game, it's going to feel really different based on what the players decide is important. One game, area control on the 5 regions of the board might be super important. And then the next game you play, there won't be a monument there. It doesn't matter at all. One game, coins could just be used for voting. And the next game, people are hoarding them like little dragons because if they have the most, they score 12 points every round. So you're playing across 3 rounds. And so sometimes something is just not important at all. And sometimes it's like the only thing that you care about. And so I love that every game feels replayable, not because of an arbitrary setup of like there's a different card, a different objective, but every game feels different because of the players' decisions when you're always starting from the same place.
Interesting. Now, this game has more than exceeded its goal.
You more than exceeded. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
It is funded. It is out there. So now that this project is a success, are you guys already thinking about the next project?
Yeah.
So we have hired a bunch of people, and a bunch of people. We're still a small company. We're 8 people, so we're not huge. But because of that, we had to start making more games. And because we work on every game for a year or years sometimes, we have 4 games actually already
in
the works. Hear everybody, 4 games.
4.
We have a end of the year campaign that is going to be a co-op deck builder. We have 2 expansions for past games that are in the works for next year.
Can you tell us what they are?
I could say that we're always looking to return to Mythic Mischief eventually. I think the Mythic Mischief volume 3. And then Fractured Sky got a small expansion that may get more expansions coming soon. We'll see. I'm not positive at what order or what timing things are going to happen. So And then we have one more game that our friend, one of my friends, is making that we may end up licensing. And then we have a couple of prototypes that are very, very early. I really love rondels. I want to make a rondel game, and I have not cracked the code yet, but I think I finally had the right idea, so I'm about to start running with that. But one thing that actually is really pertinent, because you guys are talking about travel games today, we have 3 games launching at Gen Con that I want to give y'all, which are 3 small box games. We have a co-op game where you're trying to reorder the timeline. It's gotten jumbled, and we're trying to fix time.
Okay.
We have a tend theme game that is you're basically trying to do card drafting, but it's also push your luck.
Yeah.
And then we have a lane battler that you may have seen with Scales of Fate. It was a Pillars of Fate, Veiled Fate lane battler.
Yeah.
So those are 3 small box games coming out.
Now, those 3 were kind of like the tariff, fighters, the tariff crazy fighters. Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's one of the ways we're trying to manage the tariff, by raising cash ahead of time. They were not supposed to launch until Gen Con. We ended up launching them after the tariffs were announced, just to try to offset the importing of Brink, which is almost here.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right, Grant, we got more questions from the audience.
Yes, we do.
All right, we got some audience questions.
Let's see. So Michelle Rose said, Ivy is doing a ton of in-person demos here in Denver. What inspired you to incorporate that approach in your testing/marketing?
Yeah, so I think last year we incorporated a new thing called City Captains, and we were planning on taking it to 10 U.S. cities. We got really busy and things kind of went wild, so we only did 4. I think we're in Denver, Chicago. I can't remember the other 2 are right now, but this is Lily's purview. But basically, these city captains get early versions of our games, and then they can run events where people can come out and play those games with them at local coffee shops, like board game cafes and breweries and things like that. And it's a way to get some grassroots level exposure to the games. When Ivy launches a game, it's done for the most part. We might do a small expansion or fix some card balancing and things like that, but the games are done. And so because of that, one of the best ways we can market it is to get people to play them. Because we obviously believe in what we're making and think the games are great when we're done with them. And so the number one thing I can do to get people to back it is to play it, which is why our TTS mods are so nice, and also why we do things like City Captains, because we want the exposure. We want people to play it.
That's cool. So, what do we got? Anything else, Grant?
Alrighty, let me check really fast. Let's see. Oh, Monica and Mimi were also wondering if any of these upcoming games had a solo mode.
So, yes. The Time to Panic is the name of the one where you're reordering the timeline, has a really great solo mode. It's a little puzzle game. It plays basically the same as the core game, which I always love that in a solo mode, where I'm not having to learn a whole new thing. The Graft does not. It's a card drafting game. It's not really built to be a solo game. And then the Lane Battler is not as well. That's Pillars of Fate. It's not. But Time to Panic and Tend are 2 best solo games that are unreleased right now that are coming out. Cool. Tend will be a little bit later this year. I love that solo. And then Time to Panic is a solo game.
Yeah, I see Tend as a real good solo, with the dice and everything. And I mean, the production value on the dice. Come on, Austin. Y'all lost y'all mind.
No, not just the dice, the markers.
The markers.
The markers.
Oh, my God. We said Austin and all of them have lost their mind.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it was cool.
yeah,
It was
the
cool.
markers.
It felt like we lost our minds, because the day before the campaign, we were like, we know people are going to ask how long these markers last.
Yeah.
And so we had 4 people just sitting around the table, just stamping repeatedly to try to run these markers out of ink. And they did it for 2 hours, and the markers didn't run out of ink. So we're like, okay, we're stopping. That's a lot of time.
Didn't you bet, had some money bets on the markers or something? I saw that.
I think I bet them $20 or $40 that it wouldn't run out in an hour. I think that was the bet. And someone took me on it, and they sat there for an hour, and it did not run out.
All right, so you won that one.
You won that one. That's cool.
All right, Grant, we got any more questions?
Yes, let me read this one. So No Drama Games asked, what are your 2 biggest lessons learned from your Kickstarter campaigns that you wish you knew beforehand?
Oh, man. I've run 13, maybe 12 campaigns now.
Woo!
So
okay.
I've run a lot. Shoot, 2 biggest lessons I've learned from the campaigns. That's hard. I used to run a show where I gave advice on crowdfunding campaigns and how to run them. It was called Ivy Bat. And so you can go there, and I'm sure I talk about some of those. I haven't run that show since the pandemic. But during that, I got to get a lot of just perspective on how our campaigns went and microanalyze those. I think one of the biggest mistakes we've ever made on a campaign was on Mythic Mischief Volume 2. We did a 48-hour reward that was too big. Sometimes you overdo the 48-hour reward. And because of that, you get a huge funding in the first 48 hours. But after that, it's just not really as worth it to the people that knew about that 48-hour reward. And so you have this great spike and then this huge drop-off. Because it was a pre-painted minifig that was like an alternative keeper for Mythic Mischief. And it would have been like $20 or $15 as an add-on. And so giving it away for free and then having that huge day, we were like, oh my gosh, this campaign's going to go bonkers. And then after the first 2 days, there was almost no funding.
Okay.
Like after the first 2 days, I was like, this is $1 million campaign. And I think it ended at $650K. Like it just was, it was the biggest flat line we've ever had on a campaign.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that was one thing. Veiled Fate, this is another good one. Veiled Fate was too complex. There were too many pledge levels. And if you look at Realm is the lessons learned from Veiled Fate. Realm doesn't have a bunch of pledge levels. It has one version and one all-in pledge because Veiled Fate had, by the time we were done with languages, had 18 different boxes.
Woo.
And that was just stupid. We should never have done that. And it was just really complex at manufacturing. It was really complex for fulfillment. And so you'll see us moving toward things that are like, hey, this is a Kickstarter edition that's nicer than the retail edition. And you can only buy the Kickstarter edition of the campaign, and then there's ways to upgrade it from there. Yeah. And that's one of the ways we're trying to balance it out. Also, making quality things without making them be... how much is that Lord of the Rings thing that's on sale right now on GameFound? Like $2,300 or something like that? How do we make something that's quality and approachable at the same time? Because that's really hard. And so getting Realm of Reckoning under $100 as the Kickstarter Deluxe Edition was something we're really proud of.
I mean, it's beautiful, though. I mean, all wood, and you don't have to put no stickers on it. Come on now, publisher, you don't have to put no stickers on it. But, I mean, and it's just beautiful. It is so beautiful. So it's really cool.
All right, let's take one more question.
Alrighty, let's see. Let me read this real quick. And also shout out to someone who came from the Ivy Games Discord, Nix.
Hey, what's
Nick,
up?
Nick.
What's up?
What's up? Thanks for being here.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
This is the year of wood. Yes, we've done a lot of wood this year as far as components.
Yeah, Monica asks, do you have any contact with other companies that run kind of like you to have some exchange of experiences?
Yes, we're good friends with people at Chip Theory.
Okay.
We're good friends with
Another
people
one that
at
does quality.
Yes, another one that does a lot of good quality.
Orange Nebula are friends too.
Oh, yes.
And then Keymaster. Couldn't blanked on Keymaster's name for a little while. We're good friends with some people at Keymaster. We're good friends with some people at Van Ryder.
Yeah.
I'm definitely forgetting some people, and I'm going to regret it. But we're friends with people at All Play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have friends through the industry. It's always comparing. I mean, some companies are very, very different than us. Like All Play and us have almost opposite products and strategies. They're really strong on retail. We're not really strong on retail. We're really strong on Kickstarter. They're actually getting stronger on Kickstarter, so they might catch us eventually there. But then like people like Chip Theory and Orange Nebula and these companies, they do big Kickstarters and they do things pretty similar to us.
Yeah, that is so cool.
All right, I want to wrap this up, and I want to say thank you, Austin, so much for being on the show, being our first live interview on the show.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you so much for working with us. You guys always send us your stuff, and you allow us to work on your campaigns, and you're letting us do the promotion for Realm of Reckoning. We appreciate that so much. We appreciate your support, and we wish you guys the best. And again, congratulations on the success of this campaign, Realm of Reckoning.
Now, I do want to ask, where are you guys going to be at, at local cons or big cons, or where are you guys going to be at?
Yeah. So we'll be at Gen Con, and we have one of the side rooms at Gen Con this year, which I'm really excited about.
Okay.
I've never done that before. And then we'll be at PAX U. And then there's a local con in Tennessee. If any of your viewers are in Tennessee, called Tennessee Game Days. We love that con, and we're there every time. There's 2 a year. And so we'd love to see you there. And then, Starla, I wanted to say, I'm so sorry for your knee. I've had 3 knee surgeries, so I know your pain. And so I hope you feel better quickly. The meniscus sucks, but at least it's not your ACL. So it'll be awful for a while, but it'll recover. And do your physical therapy. That's the number one advice I have for you. Do your physical therapy. It sucks. I hate it.
I will. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get me back to 100%, because these guys need me. We're moving in a month. So
no, Starla.
I need to be able to help with the move. So yes, we are moving.
Oh no! Well, I hope
you heard that
hope
first, man. We moving.
Yes, we are moving.
I hope your community can support you. That's a lot.
They are.
So.
They will.
Thanks
support.
again. And
I do have some other comments.
Some more comments. Okay.
Just real quick before you head off. Where was it? Michelle Rose said, thanks for supporting small local businesses with the City Captains program, because she said it made a huge difference for a local brewery there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, the City Captains program Lily did has been incredible. Wow. Hopefully we'll get to expand that in the next few years.
Please do, because Omaha, we got a board game cafe.
We have a cafe, and we're a city.
Yeah, we're a city.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We're small, but we're a city, though. We're a city. We're small.
You got one more, Grant?
But Austin, we love you, man. And, like I was saying, we saw you first. I kind of bumped into you at your booth at PAX U 2021, and we talked. And that's when you gave us Moonrakers, and we now have the big Moonrakers. And I love Moonrakers. So that's where we started. So I appreciate you. So
we appreciate you guys, too. Thank you so much for the great content and for always supporting us and for playing great games and being able to show them off in a great way to your audience. So
thank you so much.
Thank
you again. Have a great day, and we really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
All right, thank
Bye,
you.
Austin.
Bye now.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Alrighty. I'm going to stop the stream for, not stop the stream, but, go to a break real quick, and see you guys later. All right. See you, Austin.
Don't go anywhere.
Bye. Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your show.
Don't go.
Oh, don't go.
Everybody, we are back. We had so much fun with that interview with Austin, and thank you guys for your great questions.
Thank you. And being around. Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna talk about some fun stuff.
What are we talking about?
Travel-sized games.
Yes.
Now, we did a top 5 for BGG.
Yes.
But this time, we're going to give you a lot more games.
Yes.
A lot more games. And we're going to start it off. We're going to talk about some of the ones we had on BGG, but we got a lot more.
Yes.
All right, here we go. The first one on our list, and you guys know I like to do alphabetical order. There's no
All
ranking.
games are equally loved.
Yes, they are. I don't know why you hate alphabetical order.
All
it just makes
games
sense.
are equally loved.
All right, so the first one on our list is Barbecubes.
Barbecubes.
From Alley Cat Games.
That's a fun game.
It is a 2 to 6 player game.
That is a fun
It just
game.
came out this year. And Barbecubes, you're going to fire up the grill.
Yes.
And it's a simply played game. Your little tin that the game comes in becomes your grill.
Yes.
And your goal is to put the little meat and stuff on the grill with these cute little tiny tongues without dropping them through the grates.
Yes.
Hey, Yvette Rodriguez. Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
If we missed somebody who was on during the interview, welcome to the show.
Yes.
So you're going to be loading up the grate with different meats and stuff, and you just don't want them to drop through. If you have 2 drops, if you have a drop, you get a penalty card. So if you have 2 drops, you're out of the game.
Yes. No, 3.
Okay, I think
Is
it
it
said
3?
2.
No, it's 3. If you get 3 cards, you're gone.
Okay, well,
Yeah, 3 cards.
All right, 3 you're
It's
going.
3 cards
Okay.
you go. And let me tell you, it's two.
two.
Oh, it's 2
It's
cards
2.
you're going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, like if you want to look at some very cute components that are food related, they got them. They are
Yes.
some cute components, and I think they also have.
Oh, wait a minute, 1 second. Yvette said today is her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yvette.
Happy birthday!
Thank you for spending some of your day with us.
Happy birthday! Now they also have a vegetarian version of this.
If you want to put some vegetables on the grill,
Those are with vegetables, but we're meat eaters, so
that
we
is
put meat.
sacrilege.
We put meat on there.
Unless it's asparagus. You can put asparagus.
Asparagus, yes,
On the
but
grill.
our onion, put onion that's gonna go with the meat, But we put meat, and they have some of the coolest meat-looking things on there.
They're
They're
so cute.
cool.
Matthew
Yes.
said, "I hate when my food falls through the grate in real life."
Yes.
Yeah,
We hate it
that's,
too.
That's bad, especially if you put like sausages and stuff that sometimes fall through. Yeah, you don't want
We
that.
hate it too. We hate it
Michelle
too.
said, "How easy it is to." How easy is it
to fling the
fl-
components
fling the
into oblivion with
barbecues?
It's very easy.
Yes, yes.
Very easy.
She says, "I bought it, but I'm too nervous to crack it open."
Crack it open,
No,
it's fun.
crack it open. It's cute.
It's fun,
It's a
it's
cute
fun.
game.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one on our list
Oh!
is button shy everything.
Boom!
Everything. So we always talk about mixed quiver.
This is my quiver,
And
y'all.
that's one of 2 quivers for his button shy. So you got to show
This
him
my
how you-
quiver.
Yes, we know.
This is my quiver.
So any of the button shy games are travel
Yes.
size because they come in these little vinyl pouches
Yes.
of 18 cards, and you can play them anywhere. Some of them are solo, some of them play up to 4 or 5
this is
people.
my quiver with all my button shy games in it.
Yep.
It's about 1,000 of them, because I just got what is this? Casinopolis. I got Casinopolis. Just got that
Yeah.
one. Got all my nicer cuppa. Here go my nice cuppa. An expansion, Hyper Run. Or was that Hyperstar Run? That's a new one that just came out. Let's see what else. A Circle of Wagons. Second Shot. Aqua. Aqua Rose.
Yeah,
It's
so
just I got all of
any
them.
of these games are travel size. They
Yes.
can fit in your pocket. They fit in
Yes.
your purse, your
Yes.
backpack. You can take any of these. Now, I wouldn't suggest taking the full quiver, but leave it to my husband. He packs the quiver with him.
I packed the quiver.
Which is actually, it takes up a lot of space because it's big, but
It's not
he,
that bad.
he packs that. So there you go.
It's kind of cool.
Okay.
It's okay.
So you have a ton of button shy options.
I love it. And I might have to move on because I got a couple more button shies coming this way. So I might have to move on to another quiver.
Yes.
I love my quiver.
Let's see. Daryl Larkin says, play meat and veggie at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monica said, I am getting shallow regrets button shy with treasure. I'm getting that too. That's on the way. It is on the way. Yeah.
Yvette said, I just bought a quiver.
You
moved
did?
it, Grant. I can't see it. Just bought a quiver.
Okay.
She said, that's a lot of button shy games. Yes.
Yes, it is,
lot.
and I love it. I love it. Somebody tells me well, how many games are in there? I think it's about like 30 of them. I don't know,
Michelle
30,
said,
40.
she said, I did not need to see this. Now I'm inspired to get a quiver and a bunch of button shy.
Yes, get it. Get it now.
All right.
Yes.
So next one on our list is one of our favorites. We've talked about it forever. It is Kabanga.
Kabanga!
By Amigo Games. It's a 3 to 6 player game, and we've talked about Kabanga a lot.
Yes.
It's a little card game, so it's really small. It'll fit in your pocket or your purse. And the simple thing is, you want to make sure that you're not the one who gets 18 points.
Yes.
When you get to 18 points, you are out.
Yes, I've
You know,
been there several times, family.
And so with this game, you're going to be taking turns placing cards in different areas. You've got these 4 stations of colors, which is blue, yellow, purple, and red.
Yes.
And so you're playing on these stations. You want to have the smallest number in between the cards. So you've got cards on both sides. So if you got a 15 on one side and an 18 on the other side, you've got to play on one of those sides. You want to get a card that's going to give you the least amount of numbers in between that 15 and 18.
Yes.
So it's like, so if I have a 15, I may want to play a 16 on top of the 18
Yeah.
so that people can't kabanga me. Because if they kabanga me, then they're giving me more cards. And I want to get rid of my cards.
All right, I got some people about button shy. Oh, hold on. It says, Monica, I'm disappointed. It said, I can't easily get a hold of button shy games as they're not really coming to Norway. I can get the PNP editions, but they are not the same. That is so true. I am upset with button shy because they cannot get you the games, Monica. I am upset. I'm upset about that
Yeah.
because Button Shy is so fun. Yvette said, "Has anyone played The Lighthouse? I'm thinking of purchasing that one. I have played it. I have it. It is horror, but it's fun. Yes, get it. It is fun, especially solo. It is so much fun solo, and it's quick too. So you'll love it. You'll love it." Let's see.
And Blaine said how stunning. It is stunning how much Button Shy gets out of 18 cards.
That is true.
I agree.
That is
it's
so
amazing.
True. It is totally crazy. Totally crazy. Love Quebec. I like to add one to the list. Sea Salt and Paper. Yes, that's another one. Real small.
Yeah. I mean, we could have gone all day with card games.
Yes.
But I tried to give us a little mix of card games and other things.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so after Kabanga, the next one is one of my favorite because it's the cutest little thing ever, and that is CATAN, the Traveler Compact Edition. So it's just CATAN in a travel case. Is that not cute?
That is crazy.
That is so cute.
And that's the only Catan that I know of that's in the Catan that's two-player. They have a two-player game in here.
Two-player.
It's a two-player. Because usually Catan is only three-player up.
Yes.
But this one is a two-player for travel.
It features a two-player variant which introduces special cards that let one player initiate a forced trade.
Forced trade.
Yes.
Yes.
When used, the player takes 2 resource cards from their opponent and then returns any one card of their choice. I love this. It's the whole board. It has little drawers.
It has everything in it.
And everything's in there, and it just folds open, and you can store everything in the box. It is so cute.
This hasn't gone to a version 15 like they had now. I think they're at version 6 right now.
Yes.
You know, version 6. So yeah,
I love it. Monica says, "Tiny Epic Catan." Yes.
Yes. Tiny Epic Catan. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right. People say they love Kabanga. Yes, Kabanga's awesome.
Kabanga is awesome. Yes, it is.
We read that one already. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we read that one.
Okay, so let's see. The next one on my list. Monica said played Kavango the other day and ended up shouting Kabanga in mixed voice.
Yes! Shout it in my voice, Monica. Let them know. Let them know.
Let's see. Andrea said, we play at work. Inevitably, someone yells, Cowabunga. Oh, Cowabunga. That's right. Cowabunga. That's right. That's right.
I know that.
All right, so the next one on our list, we talk about this one all the time, but it's a great little game.
Yes.
Doesn't take up much space in your suitcase or your backpack, and that is Chicken. From Keymaster Games.
Yes.
It's a 2 to 8 player game. It started in 2023, and in this game, you are rolling dice.
Yes.
Your goal is to get chickens and avoid the foxes.
Yes.
And if you want to get more dice, you can get them by rolling eggs. But when you get those dice, you have a choice to roll everything that's been passed to you, or you can chicken out and just reduce it down to the original 4 dice that you start with. But you don't want to chicken out because you want to get more chickens.
Now, I love this game because it is kind of like windproof.
Yeah.
It is because
well, except for the mat.
No, I think the mat's heavy enough where it can...
Cloth.
Well, that is true. So
you have to weight it down.
You got to weigh it down.
Yeah, you have to weight it down. But the dice are heavy.
But the dice are heavy, and it's a really cool game. I mean, it's really fast, furious, fun, and it's kind of light. So you know, at the end of a day, you're like, hey, y'all want to play something? You know, like really crazy. Get chicken.
You just bring out chicken.
Just bring out chicken. You know,
easy to learn, easy to play.
Easy to learn.
Lots of fun.
Yes. Yes.
So a lot of fun. Chicken.
Love chicken. Love chicken.
Now, here's one we haven't talked about in a while.
What is
but
that?
Everybody knows I love this game.
What is that?
Enchanted Plumes. Another card game.
Yep, that's
from Calliope Games.
Yes.
2 to 6 players.
You
came
love
out in
that
2021.
Game. Yes.
And you're making these beautiful peacock plumes.
Yes.
And it's just a beautiful game to look at. And then your whole thing is you want to make sure that that first row of your plume is a low number because you're going to subtract that number from the other layers of your plume. And you want to get the most points you can out of it. So the hardest part is making that first layer of your plume. And it's really pretty to look at. The cards are beautiful colors. And Enchanted Plumes are one of those little small card games. Put it in your pocket and your backpack.
That is true. Now, I would say most of the travel games seem to be card games, and that is true because it doesn't take up a lot of room, like on a train or plane. You know, you can kind of put it down there, and they won't take up that much. Yeah. You know, so it's
that's why
most
I
of them
added,
card games.
you know, Barbecubes and Travel Catan and Chicken, because they're not card games. I want to make sure that there are other games out there that are not cards.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You're right. Most of them are.
Yeah. We'll see.
This is about Button Shy going to Norway.
Oh, Monica said, I think it's more about the shipping fees and VAT, which will cost a full-on game with deluxe components. Yes, for a small wallet game. Yes.
Yeah.
Matthew said, love that Traveler's Catan. Thank you for showing this. I need it.
Yes, go get it.
You need it in your life.
Go get it.
Hey, Arwen.
Hey, Arwen, what's going on?
Welcome to the show. Yeah, you need that game in your life. I love that game. I cherish it. It's a really cute little Catan.
Now, Arwen, go back and see, we had our interview because he said some good stuff. IV Games gave some secrets out, so definitely check it out.
Michelle said, Enchanted Plumes is underrated. Yes, it is.
Yes,
and
it
is
is
a really great game.
Yes, it is.
All right, next one on our list, which we talked about a little bit earlier, and that is Flip 7.
Flip 7, great game.
And it's the 7th game on our list. It
Great
was
game.
just meant to be.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
game.
from the op. It
Yeah.
says it's 3 to 99 players, and I guess it could be.
It could
I
be.
know we played with at least 15 players.
Yes.
It came out in 2024.
Great game.
We were at the Midtown Market, the night market, on Friday
Yes.
with Spielbound Board Game Cafe.
Yes.
And we were demoing Flip 7. Every time we demoed the game, the people bought it.
They bought it. We ran out of Flip 7,
We
y'all.
ran out of Flip 7.
Ran out of it.
And when we did the night market with Spielbound last month, every time Mick would demo a game, the people would buy it.
They would buy it.
This game will make non-board gamers board gamers.
You think so?
We did. These are people
Yeah, that's
who,
true.
who
That's
didn't
true.
know much about Spielbound or, they really don't play a lot of games. And then we show them Flip 7 and they're like, I want it.
Yes.
I want it.
Yes,
So,
they wanted it right then and there.
yeah, that game is a hot game.
It's got, if it does not win the Spiel des Jahres, I'm going to be so totally surprised. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because they got to win. They got to win that game. They got to win it.
Now, JJ said for a travel game, it is more about being small to transport or having a small play footprint or both. I think for me, a travel game is easy to carry.
Yeah.
And then wherever you go, you'll figure out a way to make it work.
Yes, you will.
And if it's small in a small box, you're not going to have a huge footprint per se. Now, Enchanted Plumes, you could probably have a huge footprint.
That's
a lot of
big
people
footprint.
making their,
Yeah.
peacocks. But if you want to just have something you can travel with, it fits in a small
Yes.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah. That is so true. That's true.
Oh, Matthew Rose says, speaking of chicken, I love canes. I have a dad joke. Chicken crosses the road and meets up with a dude. He says his name is Bond, James Bond. So the chicken says his name is Ken Chicken.
All right, I'll take that one, Matthew.
We'll take that
Yeah,
one.
that's funny.
Man.
We love canes too.
Now,
We
Michelle Rose said, hold up. What is this night market about? Well, here in Omaha, Nebraska, it's a vendor's market.
Yes.
Where all people come out,
It's
vendors,
really a vendor's market. I don't know why they're calling it a night market.
because it's at night.
It's at
It's
night.
at night.
It's at
A
night.
vendor's market at night.
Yeah, so it's the
It
night
sounds
market.
a little sketchy.
Well, it's kind of like a farmer's market,
But it sounds a little sketchy. when
yeah,
you
but
put
the
it like
farmer's
that.
market is usually in the
Yeah,
morning.
they do the farmer's
they
market,
do it
which
at
is,
night.
vegetables and all that stuff during the day. But the night market is really about vendors. We have people there selling clothes, selling, candles and, cookies and beef jerky and board games and all that stuff. They have a band playing.
Yeah.
Last month they had a percussion team came out and they were doing drums. We even had a stilt walker walking through
Yeah,
the
there's a stilt walker going around,
Yeah, on
and
stilts.
I saw this little girl go.
Yeah.
The
So
little girl just like, oh my God, it's an angel. I'm
yeah,
like,
so
oh
all the
Lord.
vendors, they've got their tents up, and
Yeah.
it's a really, really nice, fun market, and people just come out and walk around and have a good time.
The thing is that it's in a fancy type of, the fancy area
Yes,
with all
Midtown
the
Crossing.
Yeah, it's with all the cool people are,
Yes.
and all the fancy restaurants and stuff, so it's
Yeah.
out there, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what the night market is here in Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, next one on our list is Flux Everything.
Oh, let's see. JJ said, where and when about the night market.
Oh, the night market is the last Friday of the month. There'll be 2 more this year. The last Friday of July and the last Friday of August. If you're in the area, JJ, you and Andrea come on by and say hi.
We'll be there.
We'll be there with Spielbound.
Yeah, we'll be there with
Oh,
Spielbound.
so Grant just put up a survey.
Oh, what's more important for a travel game?
Thank you.
Yeah, small play footprint, compact box size, or both.
All right, everybody.
Vote!
Let us know what you think on that one. Okay.
Yes.
Did you close the poll? Okay.
No, just on that. Screen.
Okay,
Okay.
so, all right, the next one is Flux Everything
Flux everything.
from Looney Labs.
Yes.
2 to 6 players, and it's just everything. Flux.
Flux
is-
even Timu Poo. Even Timu Poo.
Yes, JJ and Andrea.
Yes, even Timu Poo. What is that one? That's the 100 acres.
Yeah, 100 Acre Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now, pretty soon, they're coming out with Cat Flux. I'm serious, y'all. Mr. Looney themselves have said, yes, it's coming, Mick.
Yep.
Cat Flux. So we're going to do that.
Yeah, we like Flux. I mean, the game can be played by anybody.
Yes.
I mean, the rules change per the card. You just
Yes.
got to be able to read the card. Read
Yes.
the card, do what the card says, play the game. Some of our favorite fluxes are Camping Flux. Then you've got Nature Flux, 100 Acre Wood Flux, Across America Flux. Hey, Red Lover.
Hey, Red Lover.
Welcome to the show.
Yes. I agree. Flux games are great. Yes, they are.
Small
yes,
box,
They are.
put it anywhere, take it with you.
Take it with you, and anybody can play them.
Now,
Anybody can
this
play
one
them.
made the list because Mick was insistent on putting this little game on the list,
What is
which
that?
it is a travel game. But I'm surprised you wanted it on there because you talk so bad about
No,
it.
I don't.
You do.
I love the game. It's just the cards and the theme in there are nightmares.
The next game on our list is Pixies from Bumbix Games.
Yes.
2 to 5 players.
Great game.
Came out in 2024.
Yes.
And you've got these cute little creatures.
No, they're not cute.
They're emerging from
They will kill you in your sleep.
They're emerging from the flowers,
They're
are sheltering
emerging.
in a hollow tree, and you just play the game according to the number of the cards. So you're going to have a 3x3 grid going from 1 to 9. You must play cards of the particular number in the slot of your grid. So the first slot would be a 1, your last slot would be a 9.
Yeah.
And then in order to activate the cards what is it called? Not activate, but anyway, to activate the card, you have to have a card underneath it. So
you can get scored, so you
get
score it, yeah.
And then they've got these little symbols on the cards, which can either be negative or can be positive. So it's a great little game, and the artwork is what sells it because the little pixies are so cute.
Did you heard what you said? They emerge.
Yes.
They emerge from the forest.
Yes.
That's evil. They emerge and they take you over. Yes.
Dean said, "I agree with you on the creatures in Pixie."
Yes.
Dean,
They
no.
are. They can scare you in your nightmares. Scare you.
Nate said, "Try to get QT as a promo for Cat Flux."
You heard that, QT? Yeah, he said cool. He said cool. He said cute.
Blaine did a shout out for Star Flux.
Starflux is good. Yeah, Starflux is good. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Andrea says Super Mega Lucky Box too big.
No, maybe
it's
not.
It's not too big.
It's not too big.
Yeah, I think you could put that.
Yeah,
in
you
a
might can
suitcase.
do that.
Yeah.
You might can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Despite the name.
Yeah.
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 What do you think? This is Matthew Rose. He said, "What do you think about Mindbug, Richard Garfield's game? But it does not get played much in my house. We don't know about Mindbug.
Yeah, I don't think we played that one.
Yes, we don't have. But I heard it's supposed to be pretty good because now the Richard Garfield game is going to be hooked up with King of Tokyo, and they're going to do a Mindbug King of Tokyo mix. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I heard that. That is going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So yeah, we
Here's
might
how
have to
that
play
looks.
Mindbug.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's it right there. So we
Mindbug King of
definitely,
Tokyo.
yeah, we might have to play that. We might have to do that. Yes,
Oh wow.
that's wild.
That is wild.
Mindbug. Look at that, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might have to play that. We might have to get that.
All right. So the next one on our list,
Yes.
Sausage Sizzle,
Sausage Sizzle.
and it's not a card game.
No, it's not, and it can be played in wind.
And I love what they say about the game. So the humans
Humans.
are having a sausage sizzle,
Yes.
and it's drawing a crowd of hungry Aussie critters.
Yes.
One by one, a quokka, a crocodile, platypus, echidna, snake, and kangaroo will try to sneak food away from the Barbie. So the game is played over 6 rounds with players taking turns in clockwise order. Normally, a sausage on a food dice counts as 1.
Yes.
But if you manage to lock in all 4 of your food dice,
Which
showing
I do.
sausages,
Which
the
I do.
value of a sausage jumps to 7 that round. It's all about dice rolling,
Yes.
locking, and set collection.
Which 7, I can do that all the time, y'all. Tell them, Starla. Starla.
I'm not going to be your hype person. For
Tell
that.
them, Starla.
Not gonna do
Starla. Tell them that I can do 7. Starla.
Well, it's-
She just mad. She just
It's
mad.
a little weird.
She mad.
A little weird that when we're playing this game, Mick, for some reason, on most times, if he can start locking in sausages, he will lock in all 4 and get the 7 points.
Yes.
At least 4 out of 6, he'll do it.
Yes.
Then the other 2, maybe not.
Yes.
So this is a game he likes. For some reason, the dice are in his favor.
Yes.
Not very sure why, but
Starla does not like it. I wonder why.
And neither does Rodney Smith.
No, Rodney Smith did not like it at all.
Yes, Mick did it so much.
Yes.
We played
And Chaz.
with
Chaz,
Rodney
yes,
Smith,
Chaz like it, yeah.
Rodney Smith and Chaz Marler.
Yeah.
He did it so much that they thought something was wrong with the dice.
Yes. Yes. They thought something was upsetting.
Yeah.
But I upset them. I don't care. I did good. I like it.
But Sausage Sizzle is a fun game.
Yes, it is.
And I love it.
And again, it is win-proof because there's no cards,
No cards.
no match.
Yeah,
it's
just
just
dice.
It's dice and the little chips.
The little chips could move
Yes.
a little bit, but the little
No,
chips.
I don't think so. I think they're pretty heavy.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love sausage sizzle. Yeah.
JJ Bonner said, if you haven't played Sausage Sizzle, run and get it right
Yes,
now. I'm not
yes.
endorsed by the makers of Sausage Sizzle.
Yes.
No, you are not.
No, you're not.
Michelle said, Mick, you got to put that skill on your resume.
Yes, I will.
He can roll for it.
I can roll 7. I need to take that to Vegas.
Yeah.
I need to take that to Vegas.
You should.
Or 2 of these
You
local
should.
casinos around here. I need to do that.
Ivan said, I forgot. I finally got the Doctor Who. Oh, that's Flux.
Oh, that's
as well.
Flux.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have Doctor Who, but I do want that
He
one.
also said
Do want that.
the Star Trek Next Generation and DS9 and original series.
Oh,
Flux.
okay.
Yeah, I think Starla would like those. Starla would like those.
Red Lover said, Cat Flux. How will that work?
We don't know.
We can't wait to
we
see
can't
it.
wait to see it. And go back up, Grant. I think Andrea said that she's ready to play it right meow.
Right, me out.
Yes. Yes. So
All right.
I want to check it out, though. I want to check it.
All right, so another one on our list.
Yes.
It's another little small card game, and that's called That's Not a Hat from Ravensburger. 3 to 8 players, came out in 2023, and it's all about memory.
That
so
is
you can get
it's a mean game.
it's
It's a mean game, family.
It
It's
can
a
be.
mean game.
but you can get a lot of people around the table.
But it's mean, Starla. It's mean.
No, it's only mean if you can't remember.
That's why it's mean.
You have to remember.
I can't remember all that.
When someone gives you a gift, you need to know that the gift they're giving you
I don't
is what
know.
they say it is.
I don't know what it is. I'm confused most of the time. Because, they come around. I don't know. Because you got to remember so much.
It's all about
You got to
memory.
remember so much.
So you're going to be getting cards. You got to tell everybody what your original card is.
Yes.
Then you're going to turn it over and not
Yes.
look at it.
Yes.
And then the person next to you or across the table, however the arrows direct, they're going to give you something and they're going to say, they're going to slide it to you turned over. And they're going to say, this is a hat.
Yes.
And then you have to say, thank you for the gift. So a lot of times we
But
play.
it's not good.
A lot of times people say they don't want to say thank you for the gift.
No.
But see, that's part of the game to help you forget. And if you think it's a hat, you accept it. But if you think it's not a hat, you say, that's not a hat.
Because what you really want to say is, I hate you and I hate your gift. That's what you want to say. You want to say, I hate you and I don't want your gift. I don't want it.
What I love about That's Not a Hat is just a simple game. You just got to be able to remember.
Yeah.
Because maybe they're sliding you a hat, or maybe it's a hot dog, or
Yeah.
maybe it's a roller skate. You got to remember what that card is.
Yes, you do. But it's a good game, though.
It's a fun
It's
game.
a fun game. It's a fun game. At the end of it, like an end of a day, or like if you had a con, at the end of the con, there's something to play just to kind of finish off the con.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Michelle Rose says, Matthew.
that's another
come.
I'll show you
Okay.
in a sec.
Blaine said, I'm out because of my Swiss cheese memory. This will be
Yes.
Brought
out in my dad joke of
Okay,
today.
okay.
Oh, Scott Woods, hey!
Hey, Scott, welcome to the show.
He said, I bring Ark Nova and
No, no.
Arkham Noir.
Ark Noir and
Arkham
Chrononauts, Ark Noir and Chrononauts on most trips, though I rarely get to play them, and I should stop bringing Chrononauts because the footprint, Chrononauts is because the footprint is too big. Yeah, get some of these small
you
ones
can't bring
we tell you
Arkham
about.
Nova. That would be insane.
that's
not a
Arkham
travel game.
Noir, yes.
Yeah.
Just definitely bring the little small ones.
Yeah, little small, easy to play. Matthew Rose, are we talking about Johnsonville sausages with a few holes poked in them, boiled in beer and sauce? No.
No.
No, it's on the grill. Never mind, that was last weekend. Yeah, so I think he's talking about barbecubes. Are we talking about sausage sizzle?
Sizzle, yeah.
Or we're talking about Australian sausages.
Oh, Yvette said, go back down. Waiting for dog flux. Don't worry, that's coming next.
Yep.
Don't you worry. And Daryl Larkin said, need dog flux. It's coming. Believe me.
If they do cats, then of course dogs.
They do everything. They will throw an IP out there because that's how we have Temu Poo. That's how we
Timu
got
Poo.
Timu Poo. That's how we got Timu Poo. That's how we got him.
Monica said, I often bring along Pigment, Crypt, Birds of a Feather, Mariana Trench, One Deck Dungeon.
That's a good one.
Pacific Ocean, and other titles. Not all of them at once, though. Okay.
One Deck Dungeon is good. I like that one.
There
Dice and cards on
Yeah,
that
there
one.
are a lot of small games because I know when we travel, especially if we're going by plane, Mick doesn't want to pack a lot of big
And
games.
she
so,
forces me.
Well, I tell him we got to take something because you don't want to be there with no games because we've had that happen
Yes.
where you refuse to take games and we
Yes.
got to a con
Yes.
that had a horrible library.
Yes.
And if we had just brought just maybe 4 or 5 games,
Here
it
we go.
would have made everything much better.
That's what you tell
So
me.
since that particular con, he's more willing to take the small.
Kind of, sort of.
Well, we make sure small games go with us.
Yeah. I have to mostly,
Yes.
I have mostly, yes.
All right. Now, the last one on our list.
Last one.
Not a card game.
What is it?
And it is Tic Tac Trek
Yes.
from Alley Cat Games.
Yes.
Two-player game. Came out in 2025. And we talked about this before, but Tic Tac Trek, you're just doing tic-tac-toe with tiles.
Yeah.
And at the end of your tic-tac-toe, you get to place a little campfire. And so how you get points is trying to put that campfire away from other things so that you can count the empty spaces around your little campfire.
It is a fun game,
and that's
y'all.
how you get points. So you don't want to focus on trying to block your opponent.
No.
You want to focus on trying to get as many tic-tac-toe, whether it's horizontal or diagonal
And
or
get your
vertical,
campfires out
so you get
there.
your campfires out there and win the game. You know, because a lot of times you play tic-tac-toe, you're trying to block people and make sure they don't do that. You don't have to worry about that. You just get your stuff.
Yes.
There's another thing. There's some restrictions with the tiles. You can only place the tile near another terrain that's similar or by water.
Yes.
So that way it kind of prevents you.
Yes.
Prevents you from really working on blocking.
Yes.
You got to work. You can block, but you need to work on getting your tic-tac.
It's a very strategic and area control type game
Yes.
that is, flips tic-tac-toe, the classic, on its head.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I can play this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, Kinfire Delve is a good one. It's a 2-player.
Yeah.
Yes, Dean said.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Dean said my travel game list is currently Flip 7,
Okay.
Far Away, Castle
Okay.
Combo, Seaside, and trying to condense my Captain Flip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will also probably bring Kinfire Delve also.
Yeah.
Now, Far Away, that's up for a Spiel des Jahres award too. I don't think it's gonna win. Hope it don't win, but I do like it though. I like it. Starla don't like it. She don't like it, but I like it. I like it. And Castle Combo,
It's not too big. It's not
yeah,
that
Castle
big.
Combo
You
is
can
not
put-
too
yeah,
big.
You can put it in there. Yeah.
Great game though. We love Castle Combo. It is also, it was recommended. It's on the recommended list for our Spiel des Jahres, and that is so deserving. I wish they could have flip-flopped it with Far Away, and I would have liked that. So yeah, I definitely like. And Seaside again, good game. Like it. It is windproof too. It is windproof too.
That was one we had a discussion about because
Yes.
Mick wanted me to put it on the list of
Yes.
12, and I vetoed that suggestion and
Yes,
said
you did.
no. Seaside just didn't do it for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the way they made the game. It looks cute.
Yeah.
I mean, the beachy colors, cute little bag, cute tokens. But the gameplay just fell flat for me.
Yeah, you did. You didn't
It
like
just
it
fell
too much.
flat. Yeah, it fell
It's
flat.
an interesting game where at the end
Yeah.
you put all your chips together and see which one is the highest.
Yeah, it just fell flat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really
Yeah,
interesting.
Nate, Skull Kings. I mean, we could we could have named 100 card
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to give you some of these that are not just the same. And then also, I brought in some that we haven't talked about in a
Blaine
while.
got a ton of them.
Oh, God.
Blaine said Age of Civilization
Yeah.
was getting a reprint,
Uh-huh.
Box Dungeons,
Yeah.
Deep Sea Adventure, Get Bit,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which I know
Deep
you
Sea
guys have played
Adventure.
that
Yeah,
one.
I know
Yeah.
Get Bit. Yeah.
Inking Gold,
We
Oh
played
My
that one.
Goods, Roll
Yes.
For It,
Oh, gosh.
Squire for Hire, Tiny Epic Galaxies, and Valley of the Kings.
Yeah.
Although he also said that Deck Box Dungeons could be replaced by Tiny Epic Dungeons, and he also likes Pocket Mars as well.
Now let me tell you, some of those tiny epic games can blow up.
Yeah.
They can come in a little box, but sometimes they can blow up and make a big footprint.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to worry about a little bit on those tiny epic ones.
Yeah.
Because I know that I have tiny epic. Well, I got mostly all of them. I'm addicted to tiny epic, just like Button Shy.
Yeah, and Button Shy.
But the one the Game of Thrones, it looks like it's kind of got a big footprint. I'm gonna play that soon because it's a good solo game that I heard. So but it does kind of get big a little bit. Yeah.
All right, so that is our list of 12.
12, yes it is.
Yes. So,
Yes.
and I love you guys of all the suggestions you've made.
Yes.
Oh, Daryl said, Seaside grows on you. Play it more.
Play it more. Okay.
Okay, Daryl, I'm going to
Okay.
listen to you. I'm going to listen. I will try it again.
Now, I'm bringing Valley of the Kings to the hotel tomorrow. We don't have Valley of the Kings. I see it all the time, and I could have bought it many times, and I should have, but I know that is a good game. I know that is a good game. Yes.
Lori said, hope to play Castle Combo today. Just got it.
Play it.
Great purchase.
Play it
Lori.
right now.
Great purchase.
Play it.
You're going to
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
JJ Bonner. Chateau Combo, yes.
Yes. Better than Far Away.
It
yes.
is, yes.
Yes.
Red Lover. I want to try Tic Tac Trek. Looks like fun.
It is. It's fun.
It is. You will love it.
You'll love it.
You will love
Yes.
it.
And it's
It
easy to
seems
carry
simple,
anywhere.
But it's not quite as simple as it looks.
No, it's not.
Yes,
No,
it's going to
it's
make you
not.
work for those points.
Yes, it is. And see, go back down. Oh, Monica said, I almost destroyed my rare numbered limited edition of Pigment playing it on a picnic table just by the sea. Oh, okay. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do
Just
that.
Seaside. Seaside will survive it. Seaside. Yeah. I saw that. But let's see. Monica said, Western isn't blowing up too big. Western, Tiny Epic Western was my least favorite out of all the Tiny Epics I have.
Yeah.
Western, I did not like.
Yeah.
I was surprised because we're in the process of moving. Yes, we are to a house, and I was packing up stuff, and then all of a sudden I saw that I still had Tiny Epic Western. I said, I thought I got rid of this.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I said, I thought I got rid. So I still have it, but that was my least favorite one.
Yeah.
That was my least favorite one.
I want to piggyback on that. So we're going to probably have some tape shows coming up in the near future because we're going to have to redo our studio and all that stuff. So we'll let you guys know next week when we're going to have some tape shows. But yeah, we will be reconfiguring. So all this has to come down, and we got a lot of work ahead in the next few weeks.
Yes. We need the space, y'all. We need the space. Yes.
Yes. For our roommates.
Yes.
Our roommates, the
Our
games.
roommates, the games.
They've moved in over the years and just taken over.
Yes. We got to make space for our roommate. Okay, Yvette said, I just got Soviet Kitchen Unleashed yesterday. Played at BGG Con. Loved it. Also a great travel game. Yes, Soviet Kitchen is a very interesting game. I have heard of it. We don't have it, but it's a very interesting game. Yes, it is. Soviet Kitchen.
Wow.
Very colorful.
Yeah.
Very colorful game. Yes. It's very interesting. Yes.
Dean said, I played 8 different board games yesterday. Castle Combo was among those.
Yes, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Ivan said, there's a card game. There's a card game that's
not well known.
No, thank you.
Battleground, and that is Battleground Warfare Fantasy.
Yeah.
It is like having Warhammer Fantasy in a small box.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All
Now, see, I like Warhammer 40K with the Space Marines and all that craziness going on. So, Warhammer Fantasy, okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. But I like the Warhammer 40K.
And Blaine has put out his dad
let's
joke.
do
Here
the
we
dad
go.
joke.
Here we
Let's
go.
do
Here
it.
we go. Here we go.
He said, if I put memory foam insoles in my shoes, will they help me remember why I walked into the next room?
probably not. Even though you hope they would, but they won't.
Memory foam insoles, if they would help him remember. That's the joke.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
I was trying to get the joke. Okay,
was
I got
it.
it. I got it. Okay, memory souls. Okay.
Yeah,
Nope,
yeah.
memory foam.
Memory foam. Okay. I
All
like
right,
memory
everybody.
foam,
Thank you
though.
guys so much. Let's see. So we've already talked about where we're going. We're
Yes.
going to the Ocon Expo.
Yes.
That's July 11th to the 13th. So again, if you're in the area, get your ticket. Come visit us in the board game room. In August, the 29th to the 31st, we will be at Grand Con in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This is our third year going there. We're excited about that. Be sure to tune into our live shows every Sunday.
Yes.
When we have a live one. Again, we will be taped for a couple of weeks, but we'll be back once we get our studio reset up, doing live shows. But thank you guys so much for coming out to our live streams. And thank you guys for showing up in such a great number
Yes.
for our first live interview.
Yes, and we're
Thank
going to
you.
do more of these. Yes, since we kind of got it into, we're still working on it, but we're going to do more. Lord of the Board, hey, what's going on, man? What's up?
Welcome to the show, Lord of the Board.
Hey.
Welcome.
It says 40K is so good. My Ta army was so good.
Okay.
Yes, I love 40K. and I love the Space Marines. I know everybody loves Space Marines. Space Marines is my jam. It's my jam. And somebody did say something else about it. Do I like Sigmar? Not really.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's all right. It's all right.
Now it's from Matthew Rose.
Yeah, that's from Matthew Rose. But let's see what else. Black Sonata should be good for small games to bring the travelers as long as you have a flat surface for our board. Yes, that is true. Yes, it's pretty cool little game.
Daryl said, love it, roommates. Lori has many. Daryl, you and Lori have many roommates.
Yes, we have many. It's roommates.
Yes.
Yeah, the games are roommates.
And yes, Nate, we will see you in a few weeks. Yes, we will.
Yes, we will. Yes. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait to see you guys watch your back with all the Mandalorians looking for a trophy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be doing that.
Nathan, stay away from the Mandalorians.
Don't do that.
Stay away from them.
Because they might come and get you.
They
might come and get you.
All right, everybody, we're getting ready to get out of here.
Yes. Now, let's see, Starla, where can they find OFPG all out here in the social media world? Where can they find us?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
yes,
you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, TikTok, on our website, and right here on YouTube.
Right here.
And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska,
that is local family.
You can find us on Cox Channel 22.
Yes.
Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. And also, we are currently in a documentary film, The Hobby, Tales from the Tabletop. It is already in play in Canada. And we've already gotten an email from someone who saw us in the film and let us know that they really enjoyed the movie. So if you're in Canada, check it out. And we were also contacted by the director. He said it will be in North America on streaming services starting in July.
Yes.
So we will keep you guys posted.
Yes. Now, family, thank you so much for coming out. You know we love you guys coming, and we love talking to you guys. Now, subscribe. Bring friends and family in the community, too. We want to grow this thing, just blow it up. But thank you for coming. And always remember, family, we love you.
Whoa. In that poll, and the last results were, apparently everyone was voting for both.
Okay.
54% for both, 29% for compact, and 16% for small play footprint.
Okay.
Thank you guys for doing the poll. Thank you.
Thank
you.
And
thanks, JJ, for that question.
Oh, and Amanda Panda, if she having a Twitch stream, go over there and check her out. This is our kind of like raid. So raid on over there. Go to see Amanda Panda. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.